morning, friends. Juniper has decided to really sleep in this morning. So I'm here making my coffee by myself, which is a very strange experience, but I'm not complaining. And I thought I would show you guys the coffee move that I've been obsessed with recently. So I started with an espresso iced coffee pod. I used one of the like coconut over ice ones, but it doesn't really matter which one you use. Oatly, the one and only oat milk. This is the best oat milk. Pop that in there. And then here's the pièce de résistance. This syrup is so good. I found that I was always getting pistachio drinks at like smaller coffee shops. And I was like, I should see what syrup they're using. And it turns out it was just this one that you can get on Amazon. So I did 2 pumps of that, which I think is like a ½ ounce. And it's so stinking good. So I'm gonna enjoy this until Juniper gets up. Are you still sleepy? Mm-hmm. You want me to go?
Yes.
Okay. Goodbye.
Mama.
Yes, hello, Juniper.
Bed and bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna open your window to get some light in here.
On.
What do you want on?
Look it on.
Oh, the necklace on? Sure, baby. Hey, go ahead, bud. Your daddy's laying here. Junebug and I are getting ready to go on our morning walk, huh? She says, what do you want for breakfast?
Pizza.
You want to do breakfast in your high chair? And then go on the walk?
No.
Do you want to do breakfast on the walk?
Table.
You want to do breakfast at the table? Okay, sounds good.
Great.
Great. Very sweet today.
So.
Oh, okay. Everything is self right now, isn't it? Stuck? Do you need some help?
Self.
That's what I thought. I am not feeling hungry yet, so I was just sitting here while Missy May ate her breakfast, and then we got a package, and I believe this is from Cezanne, and I'm gonna open it because I'm really excited. Ah, here it is. Okay, I want to preface this by saying, to be totally candid with you, this is not something that I would be able to afford and not something that I would normally be able to buy. But they were very, very kind and sent it to me, and I am shooketh. Look at this bag. I'm not normally one for like designer bags, but this is like a really nice quality leather bag. It has my little monogram on it. And I feel like this is gonna be the purse that I have for the rest of my life because it's classic and timeless. And it's like real leather, so it will wear well and not just like get scratched and dinged and scuffed up the way that vegan leather sometimes does. Wow. Thank you so much, Cezanne. This is surreal, honestly. Getting PR is still so weird to me, but like, I'm so grateful. I know a purse is a small thing, but I've been using nothing but a diaper bag for 4 years. So it feels like a moment, to like get a purse and have a purse that I can have just for me when I'm not trying to carry around a million diapers. It feels like a moment. It's so pretty. And then it looks like a t-shirt. Ooh, this is a very pretty t-shirt. And a pair of pants. Oh my gosh, they spoiled me. Floral jeans, are you kidding? Okay, normally I wouldn't put these two together because it's a lot of floral, but we're gonna try them both on just cause I'm way too excited. All right, what do you think, Junebug? Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it cute?
Pants.
Pants! Oh, you like the pants? How fun! Thank you, Cezanne. The other thing I'm gonna try to do while I'm waiting for Missy May to eat is to frame the Ghibli artwork that I got at Epcot. So if you saw the Florida vlog, you'll have seen these already. But these were my Disney souvenirs, and honestly, 10 out of 10. They were $5 because they're technically document folders. And I got a Howells one and a Kiki's one, and I'll show you. I already did the Howells one. I thrifted this frame for $2, and I just took a big piece of construction paper and made the mat out of it. I really like the idea of like painting like calcifer and like the flowers from the cottage and stuff, but I haven't gotten to that yet. But I want to frame the Kiki one. So I picked this up at the thrift store. Little haunted cowboy that I'm gonna feel bad about taking out of this frame. Hopefully he doesn't come to bring ruin upon my house. I'm also realizing that this is like properly framed, so. This is not something you can do yourself, baby girl. This is something that requires knives. Sorry, little haunted cowboy, but we're upcycling. You wanna help me rip off a piece of the paper? Okay, you wanna pull? Pull! Yeah! Strong girly. 2 hands, I like it. Nice. Thanks, Junebug. Thank you. Should probably get an actual screwdriver for this, but executive dysfunction is real and I cannot make myself go to the garage, even if it would make my life easier. This isn't even like my craft butter knife. I technically have a butter knife that I keep in the drawer just for situations like this. It's like different than all the other ones. I think it's dirty. Think Mama's all done? Yeah. Haunted cowboy did not want to go quietly, but here he is. It's just a print too, so like, it's not somebody's artwork. That makes me feel less bad. Haunted cowboy, you have purpose yet. I'm going to use you as a template to cut out this mat from a very warped piece of cardstock, but I think there's at least a good area in the middle. My kingdom for my Cricut handle thing. I have no idea where it went. I feel like this DIY tells you a lot about me as a person and like my patience level, which is nearly non-existent. And then I'm just gonna take the document folder. I love this, it's so perfect. And you won't even be able to tell it's shiny underneath the glass. That's one question I always have about when I see like those like Mod Podge, where people will Mod Podge over the painting and then they put it in a glass frame. I'm like, doesn't that just make it shiny again, or am I missing something here? We'll do 1 inch all the way around. How's that? Oh no, I cut too far on that one. Oops. Well, it's not going to be perfect. It was never going to be perfect. All right. And Scary Cowboy lives on as the backing. Ta-da! Here's our DIY of the day. Junebug and I are about to take our little morning walk that we always do. But before that, I'm going to take my Seed DS-01 Daily Synbiotic. And I am so grateful to Seed for sponsoring this portion of today's video. This is DS-01 and it is the best thing that I have done for my health in the last year plus. If you haven't heard of it before, it is a broad spectrum probiotic and prebiotic with 24 different strains, and it has been clinically and scientifically studied to have all kinds of benefits for your heart, your skin, and your gut health. The biggest thing that I've noticed since I started taking these is that my gut feels so supported. Without giving y'all too much information, I used to have some issues with regularity and constipation and bloating, and with Seed, those have improved drastically. It supports ease of bloating and your gut barrier health, which is super great. And it also, I feel like, helps give me nice glowing skin. It helps support optimum skin hydration levels and supports natural moisture retention. It also supports the body's natural immune defenses and can have benefits for your heart as well, such as healthy aging and supporting a good balance of good to bad cholesterol. And my favorite thing about these is the survivability. A lot of probiotics, prebiotics, synbiotics do not make it all the way to your gut. But Seed has this really cool capsule-in-capsule technology, ViaCap, which ensures precision release to your colon with no refrigeration required. I take them before I've had breakfast in the morning. Your first shipment will come with this beautiful frosted glass bottle, and then after that, to be environmentally friendly, you get these compostable little packets that you can just use to refill your jar. If you want to try Seed out for yourself, you can use the link down in my description and my code MEGAN25 to get 25% off Seed's DS-01 Daily Synbiotic. You ready for our walk, girlfriend? Yeah. All right, let's do it. We are home. I didn't vlog going and getting Rowan from school because I was talking to one of our best friends, Richard, on the phone, which was so nice. And I feel like normally on these school days, I don't get the opportunity to talk to another adult. Oh, is that a cat? Oh, there's a cat in the backyard. So it was nice to just kind of like body double, and it felt like I was just like having lunch with a friend, but we were in different states. So thanks, Richard, that was really fun. I did get McDonald's drive-thru for the kids per Rowan's request. I almost always say no because I'm like, oh, we have food at home. And I was like, honestly, I want to get McDonald's for you guys. Let's do it. So they got Happy Meals and they are now in their rooms. I don't think they're quite asleep yet because I still hear some noise, but they are getting there for nap time. And once I know they're actually asleep, I'm going to go outside and do a little bit of gardening. I thought I'd take you guys along with me. It's kind of a weird day today. The sun's out right now, but it's mostly been like kind of cold and blustery, which is weird. But today's very exciting because today is the day I get to transplant all of my seedlings into the garden. I'll show you guys. I've been hardening them off over the last week, which is the process of like leaving them outside a little bit longer every day until they're ready to be transplanted into the ground. And here's what we have. Little seedlings. And here's our current garden bed situation. I have a lot of weeds and my friend Evan got me this last year and it's been such a game changer. So I'm just gonna clear some of this. I mean, some of it, like that's an anemone. I want that to stay. But I like this thing because you can get so precise with like getting around the base of the plants. So I'm just gonna clear everything that's not supposed to be here and then we will get to work planting our little seedlings in the ground. LOL, can you tell? I used this kneeling pad when we were doing the bathroom reno. Okay, so here's how we're looking. I did not have time to weed any of this around the existing plant, so I'll have to do that another day. But we've got hydrangeas, peonies, coneflower. It looks like there's a bit of nigella coming back up there, so those are all perennials. And then this is mostly new stuff. So over here I have the celosia, which honestly was probably a little bit too young to be transplanted, but I just knew I wasn't gonna have time to do this again, so we'll see how it does. I also need to like thin some of it a little bit, like there's two right here together, but I'm gonna worry about that after it's, you know, been in here a couple days. I don't want to shock it too much. Then over here we have all of the zinnia. We have two existing zinnia plants somehow from last year. And I mostly was doing this just based on like what came up again. So I put the zinnia where the zinnia had done well. And then here's all of my cosmos because this plant right here was a volunteer from last year. So I figure they must like this area. So I've got apricot cosmos, and then I have the yellow cosmos, and then I have a little bit more of that celosia over here, little rose bush, and then this will be the kiddos' garden this year, but I didn't have time to weed that either. So there we go. That did take me the entirety of the kiddos' nap window. It is 2:58 right now, so Rowan's allowed to get out of his room at 3, so I'm pretty tired. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired. I'm having one of those immune system flare-ups right now. I think I mentioned it in the last video, so I'm just like exhausted. But I'm really happy that that got done. I'm really excited to see how the garden goes this year. A couple other random garden updates. We do have at least 2 apples and 1 plum, so that's exciting. But yeah, I've been meaning to get them out in the garden, and I'm glad it's definitely time, and it should be a pretty good week for it because it looks like we're gonna have like very mild temperatures. Last week was super hot, so they might have fried, but now the real work begins where I have to like be careful about making sure I'm watering them every day, and they're out of the safety of my greenhouse, so I have to worry about like weather and pests and animals coming to nibble on them. So I put some Sluggo down, and we're just gonna hope it all goes well. I feel like that's my garden strategy every year. It's like I plan, and then when it comes time to execute, it's like, okay, here goes nothing, and then like all the planning goes out the window. But that's okay. That's part of what's fun about gardening. I'm gonna see if I can make myself some food in the 0 minutes I currently have. It is 3 o'clock. I'm gonna go try to see if I can make some food before Rowan figures it out and comes down. Always my go-to quick and easy meal. Good morning, cutie pie. What do you need?
I will show you what I mean.
What do you need?
Yes.
What do you want to do with that?
I want to talk about my feelings. I will show you what it is.
I would love to talk to you about your
This
feelings.
one.
What do you think? How does that boy look? I've got grateful. Remember what this one
I
is?
got serious.
Yeah, that's right. Should we pick some more?
Yeah, yes.
What about an annoyed
She's not
face?
serious.
What about an annoyed face? How do you feel when you're annoyed with somebody?
I don't know.
I think my annoyed face is like this. And calm. Show me your calm face. Breathe. Should we breathe? You know what is crazy? At the same time, you can feel multiple things. So you might be worried and brave at the same time.
Go back here because I'm so tired.
Oh, you want me to come back here? Okay.
Yeah, because I'm so tired.
Well, you should have napped, goofy guy, if you're so tired. All right, I made it until after 5 o'clock with no screen time, but now I'm having an allergy attack from the great outdoors and gardening, so I have resorted to the Winnie the Pooh movie. And that's just gonna be what it is, and I'm telling myself that's okay, and it doesn't mean I failed today as a mom. I'm gonna go and join them in a second and make some special snacks and have like a cozy, cuddly little movie afternoon. It's actually storming outside, which is wild for this time of year. I mean, I guess not in Seattle, but I'm still used to California, even though it's been 5 years. But first I wanted to share some thoughts on multitasking and compartmentalization and trying to do it all in motherhood, because I've seen a couple of my friends post literally today about this issue, and I feel like I got hit with it full force today too, so I don't know if it's just something in the water or what, but my friend Kylene shared in her reel, it's the one of her and her daughter in matching dresses, if you want to go and watch it. She shared in the caption of that one about how she is struggling a little bit with the pressure to provide financially for her family, but also be a stay-at-home mom and also be present with her kids, but also work, but also not ignore them to work, the whole thing. And then my friend Beth also posted on her stories today about how tough it is to be in this like 2-income economy. And she's postpartum with her 3rd kiddo, and she said it's the first time she's been self-employed, so she doesn't get the maternity leave this time that they get in Canada, and was just sharing about how that's been kind of hard. And like I went through the same thing. I mean, in the US we don't have any guaranteed maternity leave, but it just got me thinking about how hard it is to like do it all and how women are shamed for trying to do it all, but also how a lot of people don't have any other choice, if that makes sense. Like I struggled for sure today with trying to compartmentalize the different parts of my life, work and motherhood and friendship and leisure and all of that. And I feel like early this afternoon, I was really struggling with needing to get work done and feeling bad that I was not fully present with my kids because I was trying to answer emails. I had like some urgent things that came through. And then when they went down for their naps and I chose to garden, I was feeling guilty because I was like, well, A, my body's really struggling right now. Like, shouldn't I be taking this time to like nap or like do something that's gonna give me more energy for them when they wake up? But B, I also have so much work to do, and what I chose to do was garden, and I felt really guilty about that. And I was like, well, it's kind of working because it's on the vlog, but I was still feeling very guilty about taking that time for myself. And then I stopped in my tracks and I was like, this is so silly. If I cannot find an hour to an hour and a half once a season to do like my biggest hobby, like to set my garden up for the entire summer of producing flowers and bringing everybody in the family so much joy, then I'm doing something wrong. And work cannot take priority over me time all the time. I mean, of course it has to sometimes, a lot of the time, but like I have to find out those moments to carve out. So I don't really know what the moral of the story is here. I guess I'm just sharing that like I'm struggling trying to figure it all out and trying to figure out how to balance everything. I feel like as any type of mom, your attention is pulled in so many directions at once, whether you're working outside of the home and you're thinking about your kids and you've got your boss that needs things and your house needs things, or you're a stay-at-home mom mom and you're trying to budget to make that work and you're trying to run your home and you've got your kiddos and maybe you're homeschooling or you're doing the like work from home thing and it's kind of a blend of both, it's hard. It's really hard. We do not make it easy on parents, specifically mothers in this country. Childcare is so expensive and it's hard to find, and we're very lucky that we have affordable childcare with my mother-in-law. But with that, like, she needs flexibility, which we want to give her, and we want to make sure that her retirement is still filled with things that she loves, like travel and Disneyland. But then there are times like these where she's on a cruise in the Bahamas for 2 weeks and we have no childcare schedule and we're kind of just like making it up as we go. I don't know. I think we just have to give ourselves a lot of grace. So all of that being said, I'm trying my best to compartmentalize because Matt and I were talking about how multitasking is like the enemy of parenthood, because I can be so present and have so much fun with my kids and be a fun mom and be patient with them right up until the second where I feel like I need to get something else done while I'm parenting them. And of course you have to multitask sometimes. Trying to block out specific times for work and the house and the kids or whatever has been really helpful so that I don't have to split my focus and I'm not feeling frustrated like they're taking me away from something, because that's not the kind of mom that I want to be. I think it's a C.S. Lewis quote that's like, children are not a distraction from more important work, they are the most important work. And I think that I personally lose sight of that sometimes, but I am trying. So that being said, this next portion of my day is going to be honoring my body a little bit by slowing down and watching a movie with the kiddos, and is going to be fully focused on them. I want to give them my full attention. So I am going to end the vlog here. I know that I'm so lucky to get to stay home with my kiddos and also be able to help provide for my family and pay the bills and everything. So I don't mean to complain. I just wanted to acknowledge that it's hard because I know I've heard from so many of you guys that you're feeling the same way. If that's you, I am sending you a giant virtual hug. You've got this. Thank you so much for spending the day with me. Vlogging is hands down my favorite part of work. That's the part of work that doesn't feel like work. It's the part of work that's fun and that I'm passionate about. It's all the computer stuff that is like tough. So don't think I mean you, because I don't mean you guys. This is awesome. I love you guys a lot and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye!
I follow only golden